All right. Meanwhile,
Beg your pardon, but I heard this is where the salt flows cheap like.
Not here, it doesn't. Go bother someone else.
I'm not asking for my health. Here's an advance.
How much do you need?
As much as you can spare. I'm good for 10 times what I gave you.
I've not to sell you now. Come back tonight, money in hand, to the spot marked here.
And I know your face, so don't try anything stupid.
You have my word.
salt smuggling. Link to Sorcery, eh?
That looks like the spot on the map. Just there. Right then, Chris. I've got the location for you. This is where they do their dirty work.
I knew you were the man for the job. Excellent work, Rudolph.
My name's cleared then, yeah? I'll be pardoned?
You have my word. That said, our forces are stretched quite thin this evening. We'll need you to assist in apprehending them as well.
Risk my life in exchange for a pardon? Are you mad?
We need you. These fiends are swindling the poor, selling them impure salt mixed with all manner of unsavory things. They must be jailed at all costs.
Fine. I'll help you bring him in.
Glad to hear it. You're too good a man to be branded a criminal.
Don't you flatter me after all this. You saw him, didn't you? They don't work alone. An operation like this ain't run by one man. And last I checked, we're only 2.
We'll assemble reinforcements.
Yep. So that's the guys who are doing us this time then.
What an astounding collection of tomes.
The sum of Norzelia's knowledge, including volumes thought lost or banned outright in other nations.
I did not expect to see so many people in a facility so important.
Each and every one is a scholar, conducting important research in their field of expertise.
Scholars? All of them?
Brother gives no thought to background, gender, or social status during the selection process. All in Aesfrost are given equal opportunity, provided they show desire and aptitude.
Of course, we prize ability above all else. So long as they produce results, they are free to research as they please.
A most open-minded approach.
Indeed.
I see now how Aesfrost arrives at its marvels of engineering.
This portion contains the collected writings on metallurgy and our nation's rich history with iron. Our ancestors were but a tribe of impoverished hunters, until the man who would become our first Archduke discovered iron. Iron changed our lives. It transformed the way we worked, farmed, built, and fought. The history of iron is the history of Aesfrost. It is our pride and joy, the engine that drives us.
My father told us that Aesfrost is made of iron, that neither its people nor weapons would bend.
Just so, Prince Roland.
Your Grace. Forgive me the interruption. I have unfortunate news regarding the issue of which we spoke.
So you require reinforcements. Say no more.
Then there was the matter of the pardon.
On which my thinking has not changed. We will speak no more of this.
Understood.
Honored guests, I would consult with you on an important matter. This is Ch3, commander of Aesfrost's constabulary.
Has something happened?
We have discovered an illicit salt trade operating within our borders. Yet we lack, at the moment, the manpower to address it. Might we have your assistance in apprehending the scofflaws?
Why, I would...
Lord Serenoa, matters of Salt are fraught. I advise you not to engage without a clear strategy.
I understand it is a complex issue. Needless to say, I would not force this upon you.
Sounds simple to me. Just bringing some criminals to justice, yeah? I say aye, my lord.
I concur. What better way to thank His Grace for a tour of the archives?
And it is settled. We shall help you.
I could not be more thankful. Ch3, brief our friends on the situation.
Of course, Your Grace. Come, I shall show you to the garrison.
We're not gonna be like explore the archives on our own then.
I'm honored to have House Wolford fight at our side.
As I am happy to be of service. Now then, what is the situation?
Eisen's successive salt taxes have given rise to an illicit salt trade that plagues the duchy.
I have heard tell that the tariffs are exorbitant, but I've not heard a price.
Let it suffice to say that the cost of a single handful of salt could feed a family for a month.
Good heavens.
As such, demand for salt, even impure or stolen, is nigh on infinite.
A crime, to be sure, but a necessary evil for the poor. Tight regulation risks drawing their ire.
Perhaps we should not have agreed to this so readily.
Indeed, the Archduke has a sharp mind and a silver tongue.
My brother may appear generous and open-minded, but one should never feel too safe around him.
I was too eager, my lord. And for that, I apologize.
I was the one who agreed. Fraught as the matter is, I could not refuse the Archduke to his face.
Illicit salt trade would threaten the salt revenue on which the duchy depends. Thus, they feel they must intervene, correct?
Precisely. We understand the plight of the people without question. On matters of maintaining order, however, we cannot waver, lest seams in the social fabric be rent asunder.
I understand the circumstances and wish to reiterate that you have our support. How would you employ us?
Our spy has already discovered where the smugglers operate. A transaction is to occur tonight. We shall make a move once our spy lures the smugglers into the open.
Understood. Then we shall familiarize ourselves with the town by nightfall.
Exploration. We can't walk around the archives. Cool. A duty to step out the illicit salt trade, no matter how much I draw from the people doing so. What good is the rule of law if I allow this to keep unheard? That will all collapse. Recruitment notice. Ironstone's got Ironstone has an interesting design. Poison pelt recovery. 600. I think that's all the supply. Alright, that'll get as much. There you are. Is that all? I guess I bought more. Costs more to get now, I'm afraid. That's the best I can do. Firestone. They'll pay you for as much iron as you haul to mine, but it's not easy money because of the tax paid in sweat and blood. Wait and Aesfrost can go to sleep, Popper and wake Richard and Prince. The Archer represents our respect our independence. It's a duty to prove we are worthy of such trust. Proper salt is expensive, yeah. But don't worry, I can see some way if you like. Do you reckon they'll actually pardon me? Guess I'll find out seeing I've already agreed to help. I'm gonna tighten the security city. If we stop even one sale of this assault, it'll be worth it. Our spy tells us the legal sale will take place here this very evening. Everyone knows that Lord Saga is Archie's great uncle, sure. What they don't know is that he'll never be Archduke, for he's the son of a concubine, so we'll see at that. There's a merchant here. Oh! Superior iron, stone, dang. They're sneaking plus, they have high level items. I don't have a lot of money actually. That's surprising. Evasion ring. It'd be ideal if I can get some more money to... Conspicuous present. No doubt what is besides legal assault at trading. Do you know where the Duchy's army has a contingent mounted on hawks? Makes flying over the mountains easier to see. Kitty! Duchy spends a small movement on salt imports given the distance. Salt itself is ever more expensive, so the hired guards rented. Guards need to be paid, that costs past people. General Vora Perez was a woman as well. She retired in the Salt Iron War, but she has a war like we never see again. Until General Vora took her place, that is. Rumor has it she's the second coming. And as for the archives, we'll do a little bit. But Dragon is desperate to make his grand entrance to the political stage. We're desperate for his actions to match his ambition. Not thousands before we recognize him anyhow. Dragon's on the wrong side of a fork in the blood and 2 generations back. This path leads to the Ironstone, can't let you pass. You'll find the ironworks are probably enjoy over the Ironstone. Deep is what keeps us going. And he is the thing, see? It's what gives our iron strength is known for. I can see I am there. Into the archives, okay. There's Roland. I shouldn't have told the archives go over as is. Yet there are even more than never see the light of day. I'm glad to tell you where certain works rests behind the main archives. Waiting special dispensation to even light eyes on them. That takes great pains to open wide the gates of knowledge and education. People are free to pursue their studies as they see fit, and any may rise to prominence on their own merit regardless of station. This is one of the Duchy's strengths. The gods of Salt's teachings tell us that Roselle must bear a stand of customs from birth. Salt and meat. We find no great example of our work process in the armor that adorns the Black Irons. No nation can match the output of our foundries. We indicated that way. All researchers, yes. What truths we pursue? Asking me not find a common answer among us. Some should focus as suits the main army. Ours pursuit to a single academic thread for decades. Tell me, as someone not a duchy, how do you use the collective fight honed intellects? I ask your response. What joy is there to instill that's not benefit the nation? Most astute question. You clearly see, as I do, that this very structure would not exist but for the ironmongering of our ancestors. Necessity is the ore of invention, as Rafana is saying. I totally accept that what the three of our nations might achieve now that we join hands in the Grand Rosanian minds. I see an eccentric woman here all the time, but she's not showing her face many moons now. She was incredibly fond of rocks, as I recall, and touched about her years. I wonder what became of her. My nerds again see a structure like that as Salt and I wore at least upon Norzelia. Took many moons of duchy and the host city to rebuild their capitals and domain in the aftermath. I started to think what would have become of the continent had Gilmer not intervened. I've come to study the mind takes the Aesfrost, thing as we've working together side by side in the mines. And Sayashel, every time I've opened it so much to teach me, good thing too, seeing as though they pride themselves in their mining. Have you heard the story of General Flora? If the Dark Sword is believed, she began as the only foot soldier and rose all the way in general. Creating might and skill carry one far in the duchy, and reaches so much for the Dawn Spear, but she's a force to be reckoned with. Okay, how do you find the duchy, Sarah Noah? Has anything about our way of life caught your attention? I'm heard that you're committed to education. Is it true that any and all make use of the archives? Indeed, all the opportunity rises by their homing beings, on the strength of their own merits, of course. Such flexibility is key to maintaining Aesfrost's might. To me, my kingdom find themselves bound by our station. We can learn much from Aesfrost in our regard. I get the feeling we want Ian's here. Starry night, stickers to House Wolverine make their way to where an illicit salt exchange about to take place.
That's the bell at Ironstone. It's midnight. The exchange is about to take place. We'll make ourselves known once the smugglers have assembled.
Might that be one of the smugglers there?
No, that's Rudolph, a spy of ours. He helped us uncover this operation. A reformed Salt Smuggler himself.
Whom you now employ as an informant.
Few would understand the landscape better than someone on the inside. Most ingenious.
That was part of my reasoning. But there is more to it. His intentions were noble even as his actions broke the law. He's not at his core an evil man. I say that as an officer whose instincts were honed over many an arrest. Which is why I personally selected him to be my eyes and ears.
The smugglers are here, and they come in numbers.
Frosty soldiers? What are they doing here?
Corrupted by the siren song of money in the Black Salt Market, no doubt.
Would it were not so. But my eyes do not deceive me.
The fight will not be easy. How shall we proceed?
This cannot be allowed to continue. If that means bloodshed, then so be it.
Understood. Then we make our move.
Who are you? This is the constabulary. Lay down your arms and come quietly if you value your lives.
A trap! Kill them all!
Fellow soldiers, and give chase. Don't let them escape.
Rudolph, you're to follow his orders.
And just who is he exactly?
Cyrano Wolford of Glenbrook. The Archduke personally requested my help.
What? The young lord of House Wolford? Look, I'm grateful for the help, but don't muck it up, yeah? My good name hangs in the balance.
Oh, we got an archer.